be here with all of you in this air-conditioned place, to be with the other candidates who are so qualified and are going to do such a great job. Congresswoman Sutton. Doesn't that sound great? I want to tell you, I'm going to be leaving the House of Representatives in a few months, and it's going to be good to know that someone like Betty Sutton is going to be there fighting the fight. Betty, great chair. Pam, thank you so much for all the work you do. And to my great running mate, I think he's had too much coffee today. But what an incredibly talented, gifted person who has joined me in this effort. And Lee, every day I am more thankful for you and your efforts on our behalf. Thank you. I want to say a word about my friend Sherrod Brown, who is not here today. Sherrod, as many of you may know, is my very best friend in the Congress. I've known Sherrod since he was much younger than he is now, and when I was much younger than I am now. But I have watched Sherrod work his heart out for the people of Ohio. I know his character. I know what he has done and how hard he's worked. And I want to tell you, I am offended by what Mike DeWine is doing with this most recent ad. I've always had good things to say about Senator DeWine, but I am disappointed. I am disappointed that in order to save his own political career, that he would use the tragedy that befell this country, use the images of the most horrendous attack that we have experienced within our borders in an effort to try to imply that somehow Congressman Sherrod Brown is less patriotic and cares less about the security of this country than does he. I'm going to give Senator DeWine the benefit of the doubt and say that I think he's a patriot who loves America and wants Americans to be defended against terrorists. But I'm going to say to you that Sherrod Brown loves America, is a patriot, cares about the defense of this country. 113 days until the people of Ohio go to the polls and cast their vote, choose their new leadership. I want to tell you that I feel very honored to be in the position that I'm in, to be the nominee of the Democratic Party. I'm this kid, as Lee has said, from Appalachia, grew up on a dirt road, but there are two other people who grew up on that dirt road you may have heard of. Anyone in here ever heard of Roy Rogers, King of the Cowboy? He grew up on Duck Run. And Branch Rickey, the man who integrated baseball when he signed Jackie Robinson, he grew up on Duck Run. So Duck Run's not such a bad place to be from. It's now a paved road, as a matter of fact. Went to a one-room school my first, second, third, and fourth grades, and Mabel Keller was my teacher. I could outrun every kid in my school save one, and her name was Dixie Hiles, and I have never forgiven her, not to this day, for that humiliation. We were a close-knit family. My dad was a steelworker, had a 5th grade education. As Lee has told you, my sisters did not finish high school, save one. My brother Roger, maybe you've seen him in the TV commercial, he finished high school. We were the only two. I was the first to go to college. 3 of my brothers, I had 4 brothers, I've lost 3 of them. My oldest brother was a World War II veteran. He spent his working life in a factory in Dayton, Ohio. My other 3 brothers finished concrete for a living. It's hot outside today. It's really hot when you're finishing concrete. I've got a niece who's about your size who finishes concrete for a living. I've got a niece who's a pipe fitter. And I've got a niece who's an electrician. And I share that with you for this reason. I come from working class folks who believe in an honest day's work for an honest day's pay. And I believe that most of the people in Ohio are just good, salt-of-the-earth folks who want a decent job that pays a decent wage, that has a secure retirement. They want to have health care that's going to be there for them and their kids and the people they love if they get sick. And they want a system of education that is of high quality and doesn't depend on where you live in terms of the quality of the education you are exposed to. And I try to be a practical kind of guy. I think about what is it that mom and dads worry about when they put the kids to bed at night and they're sitting around the kitchen table? What is it they think about? I think they think about those things. Am I going to have a job? Is my pension going to be secure? Am I going to be able to have a college education that is affordable for my kids or my grandkids? If someone gets sick in the family, is there going to be good, high-quality health care for them? You know, those are the core issues that affect every man, woman, and child in Ohio. And we've had a political leadership in Columbus for really the last 16 years, and they seem to have focused on everything but the important things. And they have come up with issues that have been purposefully designed, my friends, to create division and intolerance and hatred among the people. That's what they've done. It has been so planful. We've seen it at the federal level. It's the Karl Rove mentality. They figure out how to play on fear. They use issues that are purposefully chosen to turn Americans against each other and cause us to fight ourselves. And while that is happening, the serious problems are left totally unattended to. And I think people in Ohio and in America, quite frankly, are sick and tired of it.
Oh, yeah.
I think we're ready to change. We're ready for new leadership. Now, 113 days, and this community is so important. I want to say to you that we're here today to ask you humbly for your help. We can have a better day. Ohio can be a prosperous state. Opportunity can be made available to our people. We can level the playing field so that all of us have an opportunity to participate in the wealth of our state and in the freedoms of our nation. We can do that. But you know, we can't do that if they remain in charge. I don't want to spend a lot of time talking about my opponent, but I want to spend a little time talking about my opponent. He is a person who, you know, without trying to be unkind, I call him the flim-flam man. He has flimsy proposals, and he presents them in a flamboyant manner. Yes. Mention just two of them to you. Privatizing or selling off our turnpike. I spent a lot of time talking with some financiers and others that have been involved in the privatizing of such infrastructure all over the world, including Indiana and Illinois. They say there's no way his plan can work without neglecting maintenance on that facility, without having a no-compete clause in the contract that would keep the state of Ohio from doing anything that may be in competition with that facility, including improving other roadways or rail service.